Earlier this year, I was able to attend a firearms instructor course from Apache Solutions in Yadkinville, North Carolina. And while I was there, we were introduced to a series of live fire exercises that they term their 4 levels of control. With the overall goal being that students learn to maintain a level of control, I think that the 4 levels of control, those exercises purposefully built like they are unlike most exercises we would see in the firearms training community. After the students have anchored those skills required to pass the concealed carry level, they move on to the everyday carry level, where the only change is now the presentation is from the holster. No change to the course of fire, no change to the distance or the times or the target. Normally shot on the handgun combative's upper thoracic chest target. I didn't have any, so I used a 5x8 card instead. I believe that not only do the 4 levels of control represent benchmarks of performance to a clear roadmap for students, I think they also serve as waypoints, a navigational aid for a place they can go back to if they start experiencing troubles or if anchored skills start coming loose. The third level, the rite of passage level, is where we see the first big change, a shift to a 3x5 card in the chest, hung vertically, a 3x5 card in the head. The course of fire remains the same, the distances, the times, so it's that clear level of progression. Students have already demonstrated for themselves that they possess the necessary skills to hit the target on demand, to present from a holster in that time frame on demand, and achieve the hit they need. And now the accuracy requirement is upped. This is also the first level where the Apache guys expect a reasonable number of difficulty passing those standards. The next level, the War Chief level, is also a challenge level, where the first 2 levels are technically standards. The second 2 levels are challenge like exercises, where there is likely a bit of a failure rate. And the extreme change in this one, now the head target becomes a 2-inch circle, the same shooting requirement, the same number of shots, the same distance, but they've taken an entire second off of the allowed time. This one really spices things up a little bit. Of course, on a flat range, in a practice session, is nothing like standing in front of your peers trying to perform on demand in front of your fellow students or instructors. Following that same clear line of progression as is outlined by the 4 levels of control, I developed the fifth level for my own personal use. 2 targets, same distance for each string, same number of shots, same time frame, but 2 targets in that clear line of progression, demonstrating to myself the level of control. I know I can make the hits, I know I can make the time. Now can I do it on 2 separate targets? And I think an a la carte menu of other skills in a clear line of progression could be added to those exercises. I think absolutely missing from most institutional training programs, as well as commercial private sector firearms training, is teaching students how to maintain control, to build a set of skills, anchor those skills, and then exercise the control to execute those skills on demand consistently. Very often we could see, especially in the performance training like classes, where we try to develop a surplus of skill. And I absolutely believe that a surplus of skill is vital. But that surplus of skill that can't be controlled, that isn't 100%, is worthless, maybe even dangerous for students.